often be hard for the public and even officials to sort out the real from the unreal when it comes to the JFK assassination and all the different conspiracy theories.
Lamar Waldron and Tom Hartman hope that what makes their version of events the definitive one is not just the theory they put forward, it's what's behind it. Their 17 years of research through thousands of documents.
What we saw, the willingness to participate in releasing records with regard to the Kennedy assassination that was part of a larger notion that government should be open.
Yet the government may not have released those documents for another 20 years if it weren't for a powerful lobbying force, Hollywood.
I do hope the film stirs up some new thought and provides some new insight.
In 1991, filmmaker Oliver Stone's conspiracy drama JFK caused an uproar with a public already suspicious of the government's version of the assassination, and brought the resurgence of other theories, such as a plot by the mafia to kill the president.
What Oliver Stone portrayed to the American public through his film, while maybe not 100% ground truth, is much closer to the truth than the fairy tales we've been getting from the government.
The cry from the American people was loud and clear. Open the files, as Stone himself even testified on Capitol Hill.
The stone wall must come down.
As a result of Stone's film, Congress passed the Assassination Records Collection Act of 1992. A panel was convened to evaluate thousands of files and declassify them.
You have to say this, if it weren't for the film, we wouldn't have 6 million pieces of paper that we have today. So whatever review of the movie is, he did us a service.
Despite the wealth of new documents available in the last decade, only a handful of researchers have dived in.
It's not good enough to say that it's the land of kooks and conspiracy freaks and we're not going to go there. You should go there, because most of the American people, a decisive majority, continues to believe there was a conspiracy behind the death of their president.
Still, some investigators doubt the JFK mystery will ever be solved.
There are many researchers who cling to the hope that at some point we'll pry a document out of government archives that will pretty well lay it all out and will settle the matter, you know, for once and for all, but I'm not one of them.
1 million more pages of documents still lie buried away in government vaults, and they won't see the light of day for another decade, if ever. Within those pages, perhaps the evidence that will prove or disprove the mob hit scenario. A theory fueled by the deaths of prominent mafia figures who died before they had a chance to reveal what they might know.
Johnny Rosselli, after being subpoenaed to testify before the House Select Committee on Assassinations, his chopped up body was discovered in an oil drum in Biscayne Bay.
And you have Ruby dying of cancer in his jail cell in Dallas saying, bring this Chief Justice down here, I've got to talk to him, I've got to tell him something that he needs to know.
Without that testimony, the government's remaining secret files become even more crucial.
A government official admitted that over 1 million CIA files related to the assassination are still secret, presumably until 2017, when all the documents are finally supposed to be released.
Washington Post online reporter Jefferson Morley is suing the CIA to get its documents on Lee Harvey Oswald. Documents that for years the agency denied even having.
Those records exist, the CIA has them, and they're fighting in federal court today, 42 years after the fact, saying we don't need to share everything we know about the Kennedy assassination.
Who knows what bombshells may be in those still hidden files?
If we are to know the full story about what happened to John F. Kennedy in Dallas, we need to have all those documents.
The government may hold all remaining assassination documents until 2017. But JFK researchers are pressuring for their release now.
In the book, we call for a truth commission, just say, let's get this stuff out. Let's just lay it out and look at it. In our mind, a good starting point is let's just open the doors on this stuff.
With those doors open, researchers and historians may finally solve the mystery of that dark November day in 1963.
She was more than a star. She was